Hey! I'm Mike. For those who don't know me, I'm Patrick's best man. This is my wife, Tabitha, and I'd like to apologize to both you and your lovely wife for the next 4 to 5 minutes. I'd also like to thank the Snowpecks and the Hunts for bringing us all together today, and for everything that you've contributed to my life and Patrick and Lisa's. Patrick and I used to go to IHOP a lot together when we were younger. It was a great time. It was a simpler time. Some would say, in spite of their wives, a happier time. Back then, I used to have him all to myself. Before he was taken from me unceremoniously until this very day. It all happened really fast. One day, we're watching a movie or playing video games, whispering sweet nothings into each other's ears during pillow talk. Normal things two best friends do, when you're young and you're bros. The next thing I know, it's 10 years later, and I don't know what language my wife speaks, and he's marrying my other friend, and neither one of them asked for my permission. Lisa, I believe not seeking my blessing first will be doled out simply by having to put up with the two of us for the next 50 years. So I forgive you and apologize for what you're about to endure in the next stage of our lives, and hopefully it will be as quick and painless as a Lana Del Rey song. Patrick, I'm sorry I couldn't look as amazing in that dress or have that fairy tale hair and look like Lisa does. I'm sorry I can't make smash burgers or cook as well as she does, but just remember, I used to cook for you. We used to be cute together. I used to barbecue for you. I made sauteed mushrooms and steaks. We'd sing songs But anyway, so we were in this IHOP when we were young people. And if you know Patrick, he really has 3 great loves in his life. The second of which is food. If you know me, my first 2 loves in my life are my wife and my child, and followed closely by remembering more about everyone else's lives than I rightfully should. So he'd usually get an omelet platter, just a mountain of cheese and disease, and I'd order a steakhouse combo. And the whole time, I thought we'd be there because, I was cool, and he wanted to hang out with me, and I felt special, But he'd finish eating, and he'd ask the server to come over, and they'd say, how about dessert? And so they'd start pulling out a menu, and Patrick would, quickly wave them off. No. I would like the banana cheesecake, please. And his nostrils would start to flare, and he'd have this... His nostrils would flare with anticipation. It was a whole thing. And the omelet clearly wasn't enough for him. So they'd bring this thing out like he's a king, and it's just lathered with whipped cream, and it's a stroke on a plate. And I realized pretty quick that the omelet was just a pleasantry that gets him to the cheesecake. So the regular season to the cheesecake's playoffs, if you will. So his eyes would dilate, and he'd start breathing shallowly before he takes his first bite. And he'd look like how my daughter looks when she has Oreos. Just not a worry in the world. The cheesecake was his happy place. And for a long time, I deluded myself into thinking, maybe I'm his people cheesecake. I can't believe I was jealous of a dessert, but, there I was. He never looked at me the same way he did at that plate of cheesecake. But then one day, we decided to be edgy, and we went to the mall. Because he needed, apparently, an olive green jacket. Other people may have thought it was tight pants, but that may have been a presumption. And he meets a girl, and the next 10 years of my life happen in moments till we're here tonight, where I can confidently say to his friends and family that we all were, in fact, the omelets in his life. And Lisa, I regret to inform you, you are his people cheesecake. You're the only one I've ever seen him talk. The only one I've ever seen him talk about and have the same look that his cheesecake eyes have. You're everything he wants. And I'm so very thankful that I've been there with you, with the both of you, since the moment you both met. I love you. You're one of my best omelets. And you know I'll always be here for you. Take care of him, and if you ever need a break, you can drop him off at our house. We have plenty of juice boxes. She runs a tight ship. Patrick, all I can say is, I don't care what anyone says till the day you and I die. If you have a leaf in your hair, I will gingerly dig it out for you. I'm honored to be your best man, and hopefully, still your favorite omelet.
Thanks, man.